All right, today we're going to tackle a GCSE maths question that, honestly, looks a bit like scary algebra at first glance. But I promise you, it's actually a clever little logic puzzle you can solve in just a few seconds. Let's jump right in.
So here it is, question 9. And look, it's only for 1 mark. It says, in a sale, the normal price of a coat is reduced by R%. Given that the sales price equals 0.7 times the normal price, find the value of R. Now, your first thought might be to start scribbling down equations, right? But hold on, the solution is much simpler than that. And the official mark scheme actually tells us everything we need to know.
So to really get our heads around this, we're going to do something a little unconventional. We're going to work backwards. I'm just going to give you the answer right now, and then we'll spend the rest of this explainer proving exactly why it's correct. You know, sometimes it really helps to see the destination before you start the journey.
Okay, you ready for it? The value of R is 30. That's it. No complicated fractions, no long calculations, just 30. So the big question is, how do we get there?
Well, if you look at the official mark scheme, it simply says 30, followed by B1CAO. Now that CAO part is super important. It stands for correct answer only. This means you get that 1 mark just for writing down the right answer. You don't even need to show you're working out. And that, right there, is a massive clue that the logic behind this question is supposed to be really straightforward.
Let's move on then and really break down what this question is asking us to do. We're going to connect the dots between the words in the problem and that little formula they've given us. That's where we'll find our answer. The first part just sets the scene, doesn't it? We've got a sale, and the price of a coat is reduced by some percentage. The question just decides to call that percentage R. Our entire goal here is just to find the value of that one number, R. And here it is. This is the golden ticket, the most important clue in the whole problem. The sale price is 0.7 times the normal price. This little decimal, 0.7, is literally the key to solving the whole thing.
So that 0.7 is what we call a decimal multiplier. It's just a quick and easy way to work with percentages. Anytime you multiply a price by 0.7, you're just finding 70% of it. So that little formula is really just a fancy way of saying that the sale price is 70% of the original price. You're paying 70% of what the coat used to cost.
Okay, so if we know we're paying 70% of the original price, how do we get from that to the percentage reduction, R? Well, let's just walk through the logic, step by step. Let's break this down. Step 1 is simply translating that multiplier. We know 0.7 means you're paying 70% of the normal price. Got it? Now, for step 2, we figure out the reduction. The original price is always the full amount, right? 100%. So if we subtract the 70% that we paid, that leaves us with a 30% reduction. And that brings us to step 3. The question says the price was reduced by R%. We just worked out it was reduced by 30%. So R has to be 30. It's really as simple as that. So when you strip away all the words and the algebra, what you find is that this 1-mark question is really just testing a single fundamental skill.
So what do you think it is? It's not about solving for X or rearranging some complicated formula. It's all about understanding the relationship between these decimal multipliers and a percentage change. And here's your key takeaway. The crucial skill is being able to see a multiplier like 0.7 and have your brain instantly go, okay, that means 70% is remaining, so 30% must have been removed. That's it. If you can master that, these questions just become easy marks. So I'll leave you with a quick question to think about. What would the multiplier be for a 15% reduction? If you can answer that, you've absolutely mastered this concept.